Time now for the politics lead. Nearly 10,000 Democrats in Madison, Wisconsin, screaming and shouting for their candidate. But this Beatles-like welcome was not for the person you might think. All those people were not chanting Hillary, Hillary. They were there for Vermont Independent Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders. And no, he's not the Fab Four, but he does say he wants a revolution. And he's shrinking the gap in the polls. He's putting butts in the seats and money in the bank. Let's bring in CNN senior political correspondent Brianna Keeler. Brianna, his supporters say, feel the burn, B-E-R-N, feel the burn.
That's right, feel the burn. Bernie mentum. Hillary Clinton gets a burn notice. You get the point here. Bernie Sanders is gaining on Hillary Clinton in the polls. And this might not be enough to beat her a la then Senator Obama in 2008, but it tells you that a lot of Democratic voters want another option. Hillary Clinton is raising big money, but Bernie Sanders is raising the roof.
In case you haven't noticed, there are a lot of people here.
Almost 10,000 people flocking to his event in the liberal stronghold of Madison, Wisconsin.
Tonight, we have more people at a meeting for a candidate for president of the United States than any other candidate has had in 2016.
Sanders' straight-talking populism making this self-described socialist the progressive alternative to Hillary Clinton.
I feel more of a personal connection with Bernie than I ever did with any other candidate before. He just fits so well with my philosophy and my morals.
The big crowds designed to challenge the fundraising juggernaut of Clinton.
Amen. I mean, I really believe that.
Whose events have mostly been stage-managed roundtables and smaller speeches. Enthusiasm for Sanders in places like Wisconsin and Minnesota is helping build support in states that drive the nomination process. In Iowa, Sanders jumped from 5% support in February to 15% in May, all the way to a respectable 33%, shrinking Clinton's lead by 26 points. And in New Hampshire, the wild-haired senator from neighboring Vermont has closed the gap to just 8 points in the latest CNN ORC poll. His insurgent campaign bringing comparisons to fellow Vermonter Howard Dean's 2004 campaign effort. But like Dean, Sanders still faces long odds. Clinton crushes him in national polls by more than 40 points, and her campaign just announced a record-breaking $45 million fundraising haul for her first quarter in the race. To Sanders, $15 million.
They may have the money, but we have the people, and when the people stand together, we can win.
We can win. That is still very much debatable. It's seen as debatable. But Bernie Sanders, or more accurately, those who support him, can certainly shape this race, pulling Hillary Clinton to the left, as we've already seen him and those supporters do, Jake.
And Brianna, we should point out, another Democrat joined the race today, trying to knock Secretary Clinton off her casual stroll to the nomination.
That's right. Former Senator from Virginia, Jim Webb. And he's sort of seen as someone who is maybe trying to target white working class voters, the set that Hillary Clinton would have been going for in 2007, 2008. But this is interesting because he barely registers in the polls. I mean, at this point, you have Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and Bernie Sanders who are registering in the polls. And then when you look specifically at Jim Webb compared to, say, a Martin O'Malley, who also doesn't really register in the polls very much.
Thank you very much.
He hasn't done much early state travel. He's not really raising money. He hasn't put much into this in infrastructure. So it's kind of, you wonder how serious he really is about tackling this at this point.
We'll see. It's early yet. Brianna Keeler, thank you so much.